Kevin, how are you?
Good. How are you, David?
I am great. Kevin just bought a home yesterday. Mazel tov to you, my friend.
Thank you.
When did we start this process?
Mid-January.
Mid-January. Kevin bought a foreclosure, and we had it done. Basically, everything was moving along smoothly. Would you agree or disagree?
I agree.
And we went with an FHA loan, right?
Yep.
And what was your experience with the FHA loan?
Oh, it was great. It was, easy. There's, some paperwork to it, but it's nothing. It's not rocket science for you to fill it out. So, you fill out the paperwork, and 3.5% down is great.
There you go. There you go. 3.5% down. And what was the other option if the 3.5% down wasn't there? Him not buying a home. Okay. So this home that you bought, Kev, how much was it worth back in the heyday at the height of the marketplace, buddy?
3 years ago, it was sold for $320,000.
And what did you just close on yesterday?
$257,500.
Uh-huh.
Unreal.
One more time, please. 3 years ago is worth how much?
$320,000.
And you bought it for how much yesterday?
$257,500.
And you put down how much?
3.5%.
Okay. So anybody out there that wants to argue with me that this isn't the best time of the past 3 decades to buy a home, Kevin, what would you tell them?
They're crazy. It's an excellent time to buy. I mean, the rates are low. Everything's discounted. So my fiance and I were first-time home buyers. So we were going from a renting, so we didn't have to sell anything. We got the big discount on the property. We couldn't afford this place if it was the same price it was 3 years ago.
And how much money did you put down? What did the 3.5% cost you out of pocket?
Well, I had the 3% closing cost credit. So by the time it all closed, I only put down $4,500.
So and who advised you to get that 3% closing cost credit?
You did?
And was it difficult to get?
No, the sellers, they wanted to sell it, so we negotiated down to $250. I added $7,500 back onto the price and asked for the $7,500 closing cost credit. Amazing.
And you learned that on the Townstown Financial Show.
Hey, Kevin, Jeff Metcalf here. Just regarding the foreclosure, would you recommend to people that is a very viable option considering the numbers that are on the market right now? I mean, did you feel like you got obviously you got a good deal. Did you get a house that was in good shape and a nice area and so forth?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great option. I mean, the only thing you have to do, though, is it takes forever to get anything done with foreclosure. I mean, I think if I had a choice, I would have rather gone with a short sale because it would have been, I think, faster. Because the bank takes forever to do anything.
Right. January.
Well, I think the reason why, of course, is that this whole situation is still so unprecedented that you've got such a backlog of problems.
Jeff, kiss my rear end. All due respect, there are 500,000 people losing their jobs a month.
Yeah.
Hire some of the people that are losing their jobs to push the freaking paper.
Oh, agreed.
So Kevin, I love you, but that's Mike's on the dump button over there because I have to be careful. It pisses me off. Okay, it's BS and it really upsets me because Kevin here. This is the guy, if you remember, with the cracked pipes. Okay, he had cracked pipes. The appraiser went in, noticed that they couldn't run the water because they turned the water off in the winter for whatever reason. The pipes cracked. And, Kevin, how long did it take the bank to authorize a plumber to go in to fix the pipes? How many days?
Well, it took them 3 days 3 weeks just to get them to authorize someone to go and take a look. Then it took them another month to approve somebody to fix it.
And then another 2 weeks to fix it. So it delayed the whole process. 2 weeks. 2 months. This guy's ready to go. Okay, so for everybody out there wanting to buy a foreclosure, 2 months. Kevin was on the show like 2-3 months ago. I had the loan done 2 months ago. He could have been in this house, but it doesn't matter. He's in the house. It just doesn't matter. I just want everybody to realize when you're dealing with these type of properties, it's not clear sailing. Okay, you've got some obstacles you need to overcome, and Kevin's here to to attest to that. But I just want to go back to $8,700 down payment. He got a 3% closing cost credit because he listened to David Hochberg and followed the Townstone Financial Show advice. Okay, he's now going to apply to re-amend his taxes because he qualifies for a tax credit of the $8,000. So if you run all the numbers, Kevin, you essentially bought this home for no money down, correct?
Correct. Actually, I'm getting money back.
Right. So
by
the
the time
foreclosures,
I get $8,000 from the government, I will have made money on this pipe.
The foreclosures are challenging, but at the end of the day, it's still worth.
It's still a great deal. The guy saved $70-some thousand from what he would have bought a couple of years ago. He had his closing costs covered, thanks to David Hochberg. He got a great rate, thanks to David Hochberg. 3.5% down FHA loan because his wife. Here's why FHA loans, right, Kevin? Your wife switched jobs, okay, and his wife was an hourly worker. Okay, got paid by the hour. Fannie Freddie, you need 2 years of history for the hourly income to count. She didn't have 1 year. Okay, she only had like almost a year. All right, it turned into like a year and a half because it took so freaking long. Okay, right, Kev?
Yep.
Okay, that was a major concern of mine, that she only worked at her current place for like 8 months, but it was in the same industry, and they allowed it. But a Fannie Freddie loan, it would have been dead. FHA, they allowed it to give her income. Okay, and that's powerful. So here's a guy buying a home, got in 3.5% down, saved $70,000, $80,000, didn't pay any closing costs. He's going to make $4,000 on the house. Unbelievable. Kevin, what would you tell people about the advice that I gave you and the advice you got from the show and working with me in Townstown, bud?
Oh, it was excellent. I mean, David gave us everything we needed to know, advised us through the whole process, moved quickly when we were closing. I mean, it was a long time. We were waiting to get done, but when we did get done, it moved really fast. So we finally got everything fixed early this week. We closed the end of this week. He's professional, courteous, and very helpful. Kept in contact, did everything I needed him to do.
All right, bud. Well, enjoy that house, all right?
Thank you.
All right, thanks for the business, my friend.
You're welcome.
There you go. Jay, you got a question, wants to move to Chicago. We're always looking for people moving to Chicago, Jay.
Yeah, hi. I just recently got a job, and I'm from Wisconsin. My girlfriend and I are moving there soon, and I just would kind of like, we're looking to live, in a new, someplace new, preferably like a high-rise, and ideally we'd like to be somewhere, close to the lake, but also, somewhat close to downtown. And I'm just kind of looking for recommendation or your guys' advice.
All right, Jay, hang on.
Hey, Jay, it's Akos. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Have you gone to open houses and looked around in some of these areas that you're interested in?
No, we're just starting, so.
Well, there's one particular building I can tell you about. It's called the Marquee. It's located very close to the Lake Michigan. It's a
South Loop?
South Loop, fantastic location. David Hogberg knows a lot about it.
Yep.
We have several units available. What are you looking for?
Well, probably like a 2-bed, 2-bath, ideally.
What are those going for?
We have some starters at about $290, which is a fantastic price.
What's the combined income of you and your wife right now? Fiance, wife, girlfriend, whatever, lover. What's the combined income that you guys are? Yeah, that's true too. What type? Thanks, Mike, for the chime in with his little recommendation that we'll keep off the air. What? How much was your combined income right now?
About $150.
And how much do you have for down payment?
10%.
10% down. So about 30.
That's what we'd like to do. Yeah.
Okay, you got 30, 35, 40 grand liquid assets.
Yeah.
Stocks, bonds, checking, savings, non-retirement accounts.
Savings.
Savings account. All right, so it's ready to go, which is important because we talked about sourcing the down payment. It sounds like you're pretty well, if at $100,000, 10% down in a building like that. Good credit, Jay? Any problems with your credit?
No real problem.
When's the last time you ran your credit?
6 months ago, maybe.
6 months ago, and everything looked good. Over 700 scores were solid.
Yeah.
All right.
This is exactly what we're talking about. Know your credit score.
Right.
Yeah, get pre-qualified before you even get out there.
Know your credit score. Have money in the bank. Get ready to roll. Have 100 grand, 110,000, whatever it is. Good income, solid jobs. He's ready to go.
Yeah, Jay. I mean, my advice would be, we have an open house every Saturday and Sunday over at the Marquee. So if you've got some time today, we're open till about 4 o'clock. The address is 1464 South Michigan Avenue. Again, if you want to write this down, and it's
on Michigan Avenue.
On Michigan Avenue, it's right by Roosevelt. It's a fantastic building. We have some amazing units, 2-bedroom, 2 baths. With lake views. It's a 25-story building. It's probably one of the most beautiful buildings on Michigan Avenue there. So
that's great. Is it close to like public transportation, the L, anything like that?
Yeah, about 2 blocks away from Red Line, Orange Line, and the Green Line. So yeah.
We'll give out your number one more time before we head in the break.
312-730-8719. Give me a call. Stop by either today, Saturday, or tomorrow, Sunday.
One more time.
I will do. I'll do that.
All right, what's your number again?
312-730-8719.
All right, Jay, thanks for calling the show, bud.
It's called the Marquee on Michigan Avenue.
Yes.
Michigan Avenue, right?
You got it.
South Michigan Avenue.
All right, great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jay. There you go. See, people buying homes. You see, there's a guy, got money in the bank. He has good credit. He knows what he's looking for. He knows what he could theoretically afford, right? $290, $300. He didn't jump out the window when you told him it was $300,000, and he's ready to roll. Okay, so that's the educated buyer.